Amazing. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. So currently, if you're currently on this live, could you just go ahead and just see something? Let me know that you're here. I've looked forward to today. Like we have a lot of things to discuss. How to monetize your YouTube channel is going to be definitely be literally everything that we'll be discussing this evening, and then we're going to be discussing a whole lot more. Well, it's so good to see you all. So if you can see me right now, I'd want you to leave a comment immediately because we are already literally preparing and on top speed. For me, I don't know, this week has been quite a lot. I really apologize if there's anybody who has been trying to reach out to me. I actually have been trying to prepare a lot for us. For me, I literally want to have you or anybody else currently on this live to have the best experience so far. So if you're currently on this live, please do well to leave a message, just leave a comment so that I can know that you're here. And then, like our manner is, always take advantage of opportunities like this to properly introduce yourself. Okay, so a lot is going on right now, and then I do not want to probably awesome. Thank you so much. So I would not want to make anyone lose time because we have a lot to discuss. For me, I'm going to take this as a form of preparations for everybody who would participate eventually in the challenge. But then, even if you are probably not in the best place emotionally, financially, and otherwise joining the challenge, I'll tell you. Whatever it is I'll be spoken this evening, please pay attention to it. Yes, okay, I can see you, Austin. Thank you so much for coming in. And sister girls, yes, I can see you as well. So we have a lot to talk about this night. And then awesome. I can see Mommy show me. That's beautiful. I hope that we can be more. Please, can you just copy this link of this live and share on your WhatsApp? I want us to get to like lots of numbers today because we have a lot to talk about, and then we would eventually, of course, prepare for our event on Sunday. Of course, everyone knows that Sunday is going to be amazing. For me, I usually would take these Fridays as an opportunity to talk about Sunday as well. So towards the tail end, everybody who will be presenting and doing so many other things can just come in, and then we'll make sure we go through our materials. For me, one of the things I've noticed as well when it comes to all these materials is that you can assume that you have your thoughts all figured out, but everybody needs a guidance, right? And then there's nothing wrong with having someone run through your mind for you. It's part of the excellence, right? Most of us were not born speakers, but we have to learn it because we know that it's an important tool right now. In fact, I'll say it over and over again. Your business is nothing without your ability to communicate to people who have trusted you, who have honored you. So that's why our Sunday presentations, we are not going to be playing with it for any reason. For me, I mean, literally clear my schedules to make sure that I'm able to listen in and be sure that everyone is doing well. Please help us share this link. Please share it here on YouTube and also go ahead and share it on your WhatsApp status as well because we want to get in as many people. So today I'm going to be discussing quickly what we'll be expecting in the implementation bootcamp, as well as what I would want you to gear your heart to. Well, the reason why I'm having this live as well is so that I have been able to show the entire community what the picture is, right? So that when you are not going to be a part of it or you're not taking part of it, well, it's not like there's anything wrong with it, right? I've said it again because my own pain or my own energy, I want to make sure that everybody who's going to be part of this mission will literally look back and literally it's not because they are trying to sugarcoat some of the conversations. It's just because this event literally changed their life forever. For me, that is my own vision. That is my mission. That's my picture. And then I've realized that a lot of times people magnify certain things out of proportion, or they make whatever achievement you have had, even your ability to show up on LinkedIn is so much of an achievement. But then, of course, I understand that a lot of people are very somewhat when it comes to what they call excellence, what they call what's the word, accomplishments. So you have to sit down now at this point time T to define what you want to do with yourself. So I'm going to be going quickly into our slides for the day. Like I said again, get as many people in, right? Because this is literally like our first course for everybody who's in the implementation bootcamp. I'm looking forward to the fact that everything we're going to be discussing today is essentially everything you're going to need to move forward. There are a lot of things that people don't communicate. I'll say it again. Literally, nobody will tell you certain things. And then through my journey on LinkedIn and then my ability to concentrate, my ability to have done total immersion, right? Okay. I have seen certain things that nobody talks about. Nobody talks about. And I think that that is one thing that can literally change your life. For those people who are in our masterclass right here, they know that I don't cover mouths. Of course, I'm also looking forward to our Saturday class for those people who are in the master class, because there are certain things I'm going to tell you and your ears will tingle. Literally, like I said, it's not just about getting those engagements that there's no community or relationship with. So you have 500 engagements, so you have 400 engagements, and there's nobody you have literally zoned down on and decided, okay, this is where my journey is going to begin. Okay, this was how my life changed. I was able to meet this person. So a lot of people are worried about things. Of course, I will say it again, metrics are good, right? Like my last post, I think I had up to that a very quite a good engagement, right? But then I'm still saying that if I don't zone down on any particular person who I have decided that this person is actually someone that resonates with me, I would have lost the whole post for the day. So part of the things we're going to make sure to do for ourselves, especially as boot campers, is that we are going to value relationship more than anything, because truly the best thing that you can have in this season is relationship. You can't even do anything about it. You can't move beyond the relationship counts, and people who definitely buy into you. So I'm going to be moving straight. I prepared a few slides for us quickly today, and then as soon as we're done, we'll start quickly with our preparations for Sunday. I've told for the people for the boot campus, I told you guys what the topic is. So you're going to have to just discuss what your ideation is. Like I said, I am always out for documented ideations, because I believe people deserve our time. People should be honored appropriately. People should be prepared for. People should look forward to the Phoenix Gates. And so that is why I can literally put my legs out and say, okay, whatever it is that's going to be coming on stage, I should be able to vet and see what your thoughts or your interpretation of the topic is with respect to what we're going to be doing, right? So I am going to start quickly. I'm going to add, if you can see the slides and you can also see me, do well to just let me know. Okay, let me see that again. If you can see me and you can see the slides, please help me know. Let me be sure that you can see both of them, but I would not want to take a lot of our time. Part of the things I want to do is that I want to make sure that everybody understands what they are doing. And thank God this is right before the event, so that we are able to learn. So if you can see me and see the slides, I can see some persons here as well. Please just let me know that you can see me and you can see the slides. Okay, so that I can literally start. So okay, I think I can see both now. Okay, so essentially everything we're going to be discussing today is our preparations as a community. Like I said, I would love for you to be a part of the boot camp. For the campus, of course, we are going to have a sub meeting on Sunday where literally rules. Okay, awesome. Where rules, we're going to be discussing a lot of rules and what we can do within ourselves to make sure. For me, like I've said, of course, close to the end of this presentation today, I am going to be literally expatiating some of the rules that we're going to use for the camp. Like I said again, I know a lot of people would use certain metrics to judge whether or not they should be part or they should commit to this journey. But I've promised you guys, right? It's more like a life for a life thing. I'm not saying it in a negative way, but I'm saying as many that will follow the rules, because of course there's no choice. You don't have an opportunity not to follow the rules. I'm going to put some of those I'm going to start discussing some of them as we start talking about the implementation bootcamps. And then I'm going to also tell us that one will be behind, because there are some secrets I don't want the general house to know, because so that some people don't use. I know a lot of people will use probably the hashtag and a few other things to draw attention to their direction, but then there are certain things as well that I want to make sure that within us we only know, so that it will be something that separates us and something that says that we believed in this journey and that's why we joined. Okay, awesome. I can see that as well. Thank you so much for following me up to that. Okay, so we're going to be starting right away. So essentially, today I'm going to just introduce a few things that all of us might just need to pay attention to. And for me, I didn't want to say, okay, it's only the people who are in the boot camp that should enjoy this. Of course, from now on, next week and then next week Saturday is essentially it's going to be for the boot campers. See, guys, I have vouched that you must win. I don't know how we're going to do it for these 21 days. we're literally going to put our foot into any door that we have desired for the year 2025, and all the positioning and all the structures that you need to excel. Everything. I don't know how to explain it. I'm super excited about this. So I'm going to go right in, right, and just discuss everything that we're going to do so far. So I said this boost camp is literally to guide you through the process of creating a robust achievement. Okay, I think that's an error there, for the year 2025, right? So the aim is to help you drive results, help you grow both in your engagements, in your audience, and ultimately to achieve your goals, essentially, whether business, whether career. Of course, most of you know that I'm leaned more towards business because, I mean, why shouldn't you make money? A lot of people have needs all around LinkedIn, and you don't want to wait until you get a job opportunity. Me, I don't even know how people wait for jobs. I'm totally clueless about that. So if you're in the masterclass, you know that there are 1,001 things that you can do, 1,001 things that you can do beyond whatever it is, beyond any job or waiting for any opportunities. I'm telling you the truth. If some of us implement a lot of things that we've been discussing so far, I am telling you, some of you will not even have time to come to these live events. I'm telling you, and it's not because there's anything wrong with it, is that you're going to have a lot of deadline to meet. And part of the things that people don't understand is this: when you don't give yourself a job, it will be hard for other people to commit their jobs to you, to commit their opportunities to you. So the first thing you can do to yourself is, first of all, honor the people, right, that are in your immediate circle by taking up a pain point. That's what honor is, essentially. I don't know how people probably take this, but one thing I've known so far is that the best way you can honor someone is actually to relieve their pain. Yes, that's just the truth. Relieve their pain, to make sure that they are doing all right, to make sure that, okay, you are solving a particular problem. Okay, so that's exactly what I would call honor. And you don't have to wait for any job opportunity to get this thing done. I'm saying it again, you don't have to wait for any job opportunity to get this thing done. That is essentially everything we're going to be doing at this boot camp. Part of things that you're going to also experience is you're going to have a partner, you're going to have a daily check-in, as in at random times of the day. We're going to check in on everybody. We're going to have deadlines where everybody should post. We're going to have feedbacks on our posts. Now I'm going to take you through everything, essentially, of course, from how to curate ideas, because now it's 21 days. If a lot of you have been following, if you notice, I've been priming, even the group, I've been priming you with some tasks so that you don't have any form of shock. Part of the things that we're also going to leverage for this boot camp is that we're going to leverage artificial intelligence. But part of the things I would also add is that you don't pick artificial intelligence outrightly and post it on LinkedIn. You can post it on YouTube, no problem. Of course, when we're talking about faceless videos and many other things, you can do that for YouTube. YouTube doesn't really mind, right? Their algorithm is not against AI. In fact, I think there is some form of subtle support of the algorithm for AI, unlike LinkedIn. For LinkedIn, once you pick any post outrightly and paste it on LinkedIn, you'll notice that your reach will do very poorly that day. So I've essentially told you everything that you should be expecting for the bootcamp. Okay, so awesome. Everybody on this part of my challenge as well. This is me in the last 4 months, and every other person I've worked with, people in the masterclass, people on my one-on-one, our meeting that we had when we discussed how to become a millionaire in dollars, right? Everything I've realized is that one of the most important question every little person or every huge person is going to ask. And see, let me tell you, when it comes to asking these questions, right, there is no end. Every day I literally ask my why. I want to make sure that every time I show up in the internet, my why is 100%, and I have a why for this bootcamp. And like I told you guys, right, when it comes to stepping out to doing anything at all you want to do, let your portfolio be before your eyes, not just your money. Let your portfolio be right before your eyes. So the question is, why do you want to have a bootcamp today? Why have you joined the bootcamp? Okay, if you're not yet joined, why are you on LinkedIn? Why do you want to start your journey on YouTube? So these are two things you're going to have to pay attention. Now, of course, there are three main things, just as in my slides, that a lot of people pay attention to. We're talking about a lot of people just want to grow in followers. People want to have more clients. People just want to have more money. But that is not essentially the first thing you should put in mind, right, when you're taking up this journey. like I've told you guys, relationships, community can beat everything. Of course, you guys have always known the journey of the phoenix kit. I think you can see it on the background, right? The phoenix is essentially a mythological bird that renews itself literally for every waiting time. And for me, I realized that a lot of people have listened to a propaganda that has made them question. I mean, you're meeting somebody's pain points. It's not, why should you question yourself? I mean, you're helping somebody. In fact, for me, that's what literally happened when I was preparing for the boot camp, right? Everything that came to my mind, every idea around the boot camp was surrounding one particular point. I just want to help people so that this propaganda against making other people feeling more important than other people because of a certification or one funny thing or the other is the main reason why the concept, the Phoenix Gate came up, right? So I cannot be subject of what I have believed in. Like I said it again, in fact, it's part of my post that I curated. I don't even post until I am dear life. I'm not a post and ghost person. So my post for today, I actually had to hold on to it because I realized that every time I have meetings and I drop off my posts like that, my reach always doesn't go as far, right? Because it's super obvious I'm not there. I posted and ghosted. So that's part of the rules already for the camping. So I know that a lot of people are already wondering, well, this is part of the rules. You are not going to just post and disappear. In fact, we have ways to penalize that, right? Ways to penalize that. There's something I am looking to for us to do for everyone in the camp that I know that I have never ever seen anybody do that. And then I'm just excited. I don't know how to explain this. I'm just hoping that you dare to join the camp, right? Okay. So as I was saying, basically, I would say again, the most important thing for you is not that you just see someone and you just sell your product or community or anything at all to them. Sorry, products, whether what do they call it, service as a product, or essentially like rendering services when it comes to, of course, people in the tech space where they just render services or and then they're being paid for it. So I would say again, your mission should have whoever community in mind. In the end, I'm not going to expatiate on this because it's only people in the masterclass that know what we do there, right? And for me, I'm super excited and I'm literally seeing what paying attention to building a community can literally do to anyone, especially in the LinkedIn space. I'll say it again. The why of Phoenix Gate is because we have noticed that a certain portion, in fact, we can call it the top 1%, of course, but then I know that literally nobody becomes a billionaire by mistake. You cannot be selfish and become a billionaire, whether you like it or not. I've researched it. You must give. So when you hear your pastors shouting in church and then your imams shouting in their spiritual places or any other spirits or your means of rendering I don't know how to say, connecting with the universe, the reason why giving is a universal language is that the world is built on exchange. And in fact, those are part of the things that I paid attention. I've always meditated upon. I mean, for me to go up, I have to give, whether I like it or not, whether it's to from giving of presentation, preparing myself for this event. I literally have to give whatever this 30 minutes is, or this 1 hour, or this 2 hour. For me to go up, I have to give. So if you're in the camp, just know this, get comfortable, just tell yourself, well, this is what I'm going to do for the next 21 days, and then when I find my footing, I'm going to still go a little further to give, because I know that the only way we can go up is by giving. And guess what, when you say you have gotten to a point where you don't want to give again, trust me, you're going to have 1 million persons who would willingly give. So you notice that, I'm sure I noticed it. A lot of people were just hoping that, oh, Phoenix Gates will go on break for that 5 p.m. GMT plus 1 on Sunday, because of course we have somehow held that position. And that, because I knew it, I knew that if I go to sleep, if any of us go to sleep, literally we'll have other people also scrambling for that positions with us, and we don't want that. We just want to tell everyone that when they are arresting at 5 p.m. GMT plus 1 every evening, we are here to solve their challenges when it comes to their career. And we're saying that anybody can do this, right? So we're not even talking about becoming coaches or some of those funny things that people use to brag about. We're talking about changing one person's life at the moment time T. I'll say it again. All of you who are currently on this call know that I'm a medical doctor. You know a lot of my history for those who communicate with me. The reason why I'm literally pushing on this community stuff is because I know that some of you are still looking out on yourself in the sense that you don't even know what to offer. You're not sure if your offerings are going to make sense. Newsflash, you're in the boot camp. Awesome. It has to make sense. It must make sense. It must work. Okay. So that's where we are right now. Okay. So I'm hoping that as we are talking this evening, you're going to be letting it sink. Let it sink because it's going to be super perfect. Okay. Okay, so I said already that is your why. From your why, you develop a mission statement every single time. Okay, every single time that you have to step out to post, there's a reason why you came on LinkedIn, engagement or not. But of course, like I said, there is a secret that I have found when it comes to engagement. So it's now embedded in the camp rules. I'm going to discuss that in house because I know that a lot of people are super somehow funny. Okay, that they might still want to benefit from this without making the financial commitment, and it's not good. I've told you guys, the universe does not work that way. In fact, do less of things that you did not pay for. Just don't be a freebie person. Just you have to sit down and preach it to yourself. Literally, I tell myself that every single day. If I'm not willing to pay you your worth, I'd rather not work with you. That's one of the things I had to make up my mind to do. And of course, working by myself would mean a lot of stress, but then I know that I am paying for it. When I'm charging or I'm communicating with anybody, I literally know why I'm charging my worth because I literally give my life and make sure that you must get it. Okay, so that's essentially the theme of this mission implementation. You must get it. So if you are here and you're just joining, please can you leave a comment? Let's see you, let's know you. Please also subscribe to this channel as well, because like I said, I discussed in a few other of our meetings. If you're not clear about a lot of things, that's for those who are joining in late. Like I said, the implementation bootcamp has not started officially. It's starting on Monday, but then because I know how intensive this is going to be, I have made plans, and then I've also, like I said, had to work with artificial intelligence so that everybody, there won't be any excuse at all whatsoever. So we started with your why, then we went to you. Ensure that you have a mission statement that is going to be coming before your head. Like I said, in this camp, you're going to have all the engagements you need, right? But you need to zero in on somebody. Let's say every post per day, zero in on at least 5 persons that you have to enter their DM. So now we're already crafting what's the word now? We're already crafting some of our to-do list, in the camp. Okay, so we don't want to be superficial persons that okay, people will just come to our our posts and just comment and after a while they all just disappear. No, we are hoping that we're going to form strong community relationships. So I said it again, we are going to at least 5 persons. You have to enter 5 people's DM and just find out how they are doing, essentially how they are doing, how their business is doing. And part of the things I would want you to pay attention to is the fact that those 5 persons must be your ideal clients, your OCPs. You just make sure that when they start complaining, you have the answers for them. So you're not actually just going randomly to anybody. But one of the things I've also noticed as well is that some niches literally have a wide range of clients. Like for me, okay, so as a business and career coach, part of the things I've noticed is that I can literally face anybody in my comment section and just zero in on that person. And the next is I'm able to, of course, tell you about how I can help you if you have the time. So for me, part of the reasons why I actually started charging is because I don't want to feel like, okay, I have been able to give you ideas and you're going to get millions and hundreds or thousands and you don't think I am worth it. No. I don't want. In fact, that was the reason why, even concerning the camp, what do you call it? The camp fees, I wanted to make sure that every other person who is doing challenge or whatever it is, it can never be as low, because I want you to literally feel the energy of your sacrifice as you go through this camp meeting. Okay, so I've said it. So the first thing we have to bear in mind is our why, and I'm hoping that literally almost everybody has come to terms with that. But if you haven't, it's good. Well, you're welcome to finding out your why today. So I'll say it again. why you're on LinkedIn. It's more important than the number of persons engaging you or the number of persons who are commenting. And then it's not more important than you being able to make out community for every post. So we said again, we're going to have 5 persons that we're going to always zero in on daily and form strong relationships. Okay, thank you so much. So from then we're saying how. Well, thank God you know. That's why you're right in the bootcamp. So literally, like I said, for the bootcamp members, there will be literally a different curriculum essentially for you. Everything you need to do, everything you need to know about how, of course, is going to be what do they call it, explained, of course. So part of things I also want you to pay attention to, if you are here and you have not optimized your profile, please just go ahead and do all that, right? Because like I said, when people see your profile photo or your banner, it gives them an idea whether they should accept you into their connections or not. And you're here for business, you're here for your career, you're here for your next level. You don't want people to come and meet you for the first time and they are questioning if they should even have you in their circle because everything around you is smelling unserious. Like, of course, you know that if you have the Canva app, it's pretty simple. For me, I will say it again, pay money, let a professional person do those touchovers for you. So there are people also in the community who can do all these things. You can always reach out to me, I'll refer you to one. Don't leave your life to chance. Don't leave opportunities that are going to come to you to chance. I'll say go ahead and just pay what it takes and get that fresh look so that you don't want to have an opportunity. Like I said, I think it was Mommy Show that had to gist me at some point where someone came to her profile and requested her to speak to an entire boardroom just because she showed up on LinkedIn. And I know that this will also be your own takeaways, right? Okay. So we're going to have a content calendar for everybody who's going to be joining in on this event. Like I said it again, we're going to plan strategically because we need to increase efficiency. Now we're dealing with 2 platforms. It's not like it's just the normal way where you just scribble everything and just put it up on LinkedIn. No, it's not going to be that. And your posts will be vetted. I will vet those posts. I'm grateful for the number of people who signed up, and I know that I have the time to do all that. I believe, of course, my final masterclass should be done by this week or next, depending on how well we're able to stretch in our next class. So that means I'm going to have a lot of time with every single person on that bootcamp. Part of the thing that you're also going to have in the bootcamp is that you're going to have a daily strategic call and it's going to be super random, right? Anybody who jumps in, it's going to be right in the group there, and then we're able to find out what you're supposed to do. So we've talked about your why, we've talked about your how, we've talked about your what now. So your why is why you're on LinkedIn. Just decide as you're hearing me talk now, just decide it. Why do I think I should be on LinkedIn? What should I be doing there? Why should I be on YouTube? And all those things are super easy for YouTube. I've found out a cheat code as well to build your audience, right? But like I said again, in the peak of all this, thank God we're all, some of us are coming from LinkedIn, some of us I met here, some of us I met on WhatsApp. But then personal branding is the root of everything, such that when you are producing those contents, you're seeing how that you're becoming more trusted, how people can trust you, how people can trust your availability, and how you can love your people through into your activities, right? So I said, because of how tedious might be, we're literally going to come up with our content calendar this week. So for those who are saying, I will join. Today is Friday, I will join. Tomorrow, I will join. By the time you're joining, I'm hoping that you'll be able to catch your breath through every single thing that we're doing, because of course, video content, we don't want to wait and saying, okay, I will produce. Well, one of the things I've noticed for the people who joined the masterclass, they will have an edge when it comes to video content, except maybe you're generally someone who generally have always created videos. Well, that one is a big kudos to you. But if you are also at the live event on Sunday, you probably would have gotten a few of the cheat sheets, right, of how to present and prepare some of these things. Well, like I said, that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. For some of the people who are going to be presenting this Sunday, I'll be able to walk you through that. I will also advise that when you are having some of those conversations, some of those preparations, and then also when you're discussing on these live events, because now, of course, you know that we have ultimately transitioned into live videos. So what it means is that you can take advantage, prepare for the live event as you are talking. what do you call it? You have another phone videoing you from this end. So now you're already having, okay, so if it was your first time on speaking on LinkedIn, right, you can even just curate that based on what you're going to be discussing on Sunday. Literally, you'll be able to effectively let people know that, okay, this is what you do with your time. So essentially, you are not losing time. So I said everything that we're going to be doing in this boot camp is not a baggage of excuses. It's going to be how to increase efficiencies, right? So I've talked about our whys. A lot of people here already have figured out why they are on LinkedIn, how they plan to deliver it. So I said the boot camp should answer literally all your hows, right? When we're going to have an in-house meeting, we're going to have a time. That one is going to be a closed group. Nobody's going to come in there. Part of the things we're going to do is to probably take in through everybody who has registered. Let me just see what you're thinking, what you plan to offer. Then I'm also hoping that all the people that will be presenting tonight will also, I'll also hear them out and be able to fine-tune their whys, right? How we said bootcamp, what is essentially what do we plan to be offering people daily? That is where our content calendar starts. So we have to strategically plan and we have to increase efficiency. Part of the skills that every single person is going to have, you must shall have it in the bootcamp, is being able to reposition posts specific to the platform. So you know that, okay, when we are preparing our content calendar for these 21 days, essentially these are the few things you're going to pay attention to. Number one, I'm going to pay attention to what I'm writing for LinkedIn text. Of course, the good part of it is that LinkedIn now is strongly becoming a very video platform. So it means that as you record for LinkedIn, you can as well just record for YouTube. So part of the things we noticed that as well is that for LinkedIn, a lot of people on LinkedIn don't listen to the recordings. They essentially read the captions because sometimes they're at work when they literally log into LinkedIn for the day. So part of the things you might want to do is to ensure that no matter the your videographic skills or your ability to come up with a video, ensure that you have captions in your videos. But the beautiful thing about this is that Canva would give you that, Catapult would give you that. Essentially, they hear you speak. So part of the things you might just want to pay attention to is your diction, so that they don't interpret it to anything else. But well, the good thing is if you can peruse short videos, like we had discussed earlier, short videos, 2 minutes, 1 minute 30 seconds, 1 minute 54 seconds, very short videos. Don't make it outrightly super long where people would literally not want to listen. So for our shorts, like I said, part of the prescriptions for the shorts, for you to be able to have literally, as they said, if you want to have at least 1,000 subscriptions in a week on YouTube, you can actually have it, right? That's what a lot of people are prescribing. But using those faceless videos, the danger of the faceless video literally is that you can have a lot of people come to your channel who are not interested in what you can offer. So this is me talking about the fact that we're coming from the LinkedIn perspective. Our personal brand is strong and we must all pay attention to it. So I said based on Sunday, because Sunday meeting, please, for everybody who's going to be presenting, find a way around. Of course, we can plan for a drill on Saturday. We can plan for a drill, right? To make sure that, okay, you actually present, your videos have to be on, right? Because that's part of the things we want to do for Phoenix Kids. A lot of people want to connect with you. A lot of people want to just see you outside and say, oh, is that Mommy M? That's beautiful. That's literally what a lot of people want to do for you. So we will not for now, please. So if you have plans to present, like I said, there are backgrounds in this app. For me, I don't really like those background, so I had to go through research. And so for, like I said again, for those people who have been trying to reach out to me back to back, my mind has been combusting because I promised myself, oh Jesus, that everybody who decided to follow me on this journey, I will literally hold you like this and you will enter into places. And literally what I have stretched my heart to do is that everything the Phoenix Kids is so far that we've built, you will literally have that experience full line as seeker. That's what I plan to offer you. And I'm going to do that, right? So I'm very grateful for the number of persons who have joined in. So it means that it's going to be super easy for me to deliver on my promise as well. Okay, so like I said, we have to plan. Okay, so essentially we have talked about it. So everything around your why, what, and how. Key components is who are the people you're talking to. There are some niches that are super around everywhere. So if your niche, like when it comes to visibility, your niche is a visibility, like you offer people visibility. You know that your niche is everybody. Anybody who is interested to be known, heard, and seen, which is essentially all human beings, because that's God's promise to man, right? That He puts us in authority. It means that your target audience is everybody, and you know when you're chasing everybody, you're chasing nobody. So part of the things you want to do is to per day, like I said, we're going to be those are part of the questions we're going to be asking daily. How many were you able to reach at least 5 of your target audience? And it's not hard. Once somebody comments on your post, you just click on the comment and go into their DM straight. Click on their comments, go into their DM. Hi, thank you so much for engaging with me. I noticed that okay, your banner doesn't look quite good. Is there any challenge? What's your plan? I noticed that the last time you posted, the last time you posted, it seems like you were not able to articulate. These are for the content writers niche. You were not able to articulate your thoughts. Do you need help in that direction? I actually have a course that answers that question. I did not say anybody should do anything free. Oh, please don't do anything free. You're worth more than gold. I don't know how to explain it. That's how to also affirm for your time, literally. Okay. So your target audience, your content types, our frequency. We will be posting once a day. Our frequency is once a day. We're going to pick a time when all of us must post. That's for people in the boot camp. There's, like I said, there's a secret I'm going to tell. I just hope that when we are doing our in-house meeting, please, everyone should remind me, because there are certain cheat sheets I've encountered, and I want us to literally go and take it. Okay. Okay, so my slides is very funny for this. I would have wanted to discuss your content pillars. So generally, you have decided on what you want to, who you are, how you want to deliver it. Thank you for coming to the bootcamp. And then now you've decided what you're going to give out based on what you think your offerings essentially is. Now you have to decide. One of the things, I actually prescribed a content calendar down in this what did you call it, in this presentation, such that okay, well, I've come up the Monday, what we're going to be doing on Mondays, because the idea is this: we don't really have much time, so I don't want people's minds. Somebody will just come and start writing about potatoes when we've all agreed that today we're going to be celebrating our wins, or we're going to be spotlighting someone. It's going to give a lot of, I don't know how to explain it. It might stress somebody out to figure out that when they come to your post. And it also help us know the people who are like in the close circle, right? And it's not because there's anything wrong. I will say it again. The idea is not for you to just say, okay, I'm only going to engage with people in the what do they call it? I'm only going to engage with people in the boot camp. No, you are going to engage as well with other people outside. But then there are certain cheat codes that I want to ensure that everybody is doing. So for us, we are for the number of people who have signed up, we are accountable to our side. As you cannot be busy. I'm just suggesting it now. So if you know that you are too wealthy and you're super busy, please get a virtual assistant now and let the person in on everything that the person needs to do. I'm hoping that by the end of today's meeting, everybody literally will know how to work with who and where. So I'll say it again. If you know you're super busy, please, I beg you, I'm out for results. And if one person comes up with 1 million excuses, even that one person who has signed up, because I said the way I have planned to give my life to this, I am literally looking forward to every result that will come out of it. So please, you'll be hurting me if you keep coming up with excuses. So now, at least you have between now and Sunday to come up with there are virtual assistants everywhere. In fact, in the community, you can get anybody anywhere to ensure that that is done. But then, of course, we're also going to transfer our community rules on that person, because if we notice that back to back, your own posts is flagging down on the things that we have ensured to do as a force, because I am taking this, right. This bootcamp is going to be a movement. I'm not looking at it to be just one of those ordinary things that people just do. I mean, they just pay money and they just want to. That's why I made sure that it's as close knit as possible. I made sure. I don't. In fact, like I said, there are people that will be kicking out during this. We will be kicking out of the group. It's not because of anything. That's why I'm begging people from now. We called it a boot camp. A boot camp, please. If you're into the military, or you just have a friend, or you have, what did you call it? You have what did AI? Please just write boot camp there so that you understand why we called it a boot camp, not essentially a challenge. But of course, challenge is what everybody knows. But then boot camp is that we are going to strengthen you out, such that after these 21 days, you can decide. Of course, at the end of the 21 days, there are many things I probably might want to let you guys know. But I said for the purpose of growth, we're going to be super stringent on some of the ideas that we are going to be offering. So like I said, oh, this is my slide. It's a bit very poor. I don't know if everybody can see it, but then your content pillars essentially for us, everybody who has been showing up on LinkedIn, you know that you must have decided on whether you want to educate, right? Or whether you want to, let me see if I can. I wish this was clearer. Oh no, no problem. I would for the people in the camp, I'll send the slides in the group so that you're able to read through it, because the content pillars are essentially everything you need to pay attention to, because it's going to essentially just simplify everything for you. You just understand that okay, there are certain contents that work more. Like I said, it's like when you're in Rome, behave like in a Rome. You can't be on LinkedIn and you're saying that you don't want to discuss, you don't want to say anything about LinkedIn. And there are lots of people coming in every day. Like we said, every single time when we're talking about it on our platforms, 134 million users come into LinkedIn. Over 80% of them or so, I can't really put my feet out on where I got that statistic from. But then over 80% of people on LinkedIn are lurkers in the sense that they just keep looking. You post, they are just looking. But whenever they see an idea that favors them, or they know that okay, if they just essentially know you too. So that's part of the things I'm saying. We're literally going to make people know us as that guy that you can meet. Okay, Dr. Vivian is any idea you have, just tell her. She will just sharpen your brain. Next thing you just start making money. For me, I'm very fascinated about making sure that people have money. Sometimes when I read people's posts, I'm just like, oh God, you're having engagements 400, 500, 1,000, and you have nothing to show for it. Well, that's even a good part. At least once in a lifetime, some of those people can get opportunities to influence for some marketers. But some people where they are having those things and they have not been able to convert, that's how when I'm watching, I'm just watching. Then there's another extreme where nobody, even because of the way you write, people cringe. Literally, they don't even want to comment, but they will just be moping. That's one good thing about what's the word now, LinkedIn. It will tell you your impressions. It will tell you the digital footprints of everybody who comes around you. It will make you account for your time, make you know if you're doing well. Of course, some posts do well. I'll still say it again. That's notwithstanding the algorithm generally. So part of the things I'm also saying again today is, if you're just joining in, please, I beg you, don't just pick AI and drop in this challenge. I beg you, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. If I see AI, all these unnecessary counts of words, make sure that your word count for every post none crosses 300. In fact, 300 is too much. Don't make it easy for people to relate with you. Simplify your communication, simplify your why into something that anybody can just read and run off with all the energy that is in your heart, right? So I am just quickly, like I said, the content pillars I'll share for the people. So these are some of the mapping out. Like I said, we're going to have one more in-house meeting for only the participants of this challenge. It's 100% compulsory, right? That everybody shows up, because I want to hear you specifically, and we're going to rub minds, and so that we are able to amplify our results. So essentially, on Monday, which is the first post of the day, just start crafting it already. I'm going to send a template into the group. Like I said, it's going to be an introductory post. Essentially, your goal and your vision should be easily articulated. And like I said, you're going to be paying attention to two things. One is your text form, one is your video form. You can decide to post both videos on LinkedIn and on YouTube, but then it's okay. It's a good way to introduce yourself, that okay, this is me, and then I'm coming out. You're knowing me and all that. Like I said, I'm going to send in the structure. I am going to proofread. One of the things I'm going to I would really love if a lot of persons are already, as we're talking now, you're already curating some of those posts, how to introduce yourself, and then you're putting it in a group to ask, okay, if this works. Like I said, we're having generals amongst us who are going to essentially push the group, but I would say also by the end of Sunday, everybody would have known their accountability partners, because it's going to be super easy for everybody to work with somebody close knit throughout their journey, right? So I said, basically on Tuesday, we're going to do a review of your last fiscal year, whether it was your first 30 day, your last 30 days. What essentially you're going to find, if in fact, in a very beautiful story, how to document that for everyone to see and understand, okay, that this person is not a small person. When if this is your first time of doing anything at all, or communicating any idea at all, well, like I said, it's not still bad. right? I'm hoping that that in-house meeting is going to favor you. But I'm going to realize also that as many people who came from the masterclass to this place, it's going to be super, super easy for them. So, like I said, when you are preparing those posts, do two things in mind: pay attention to videos and then text form. One of the things I would also want to add to everybody who is currently on this call, right, is the best ways to make videos is to prepare for them. For me, that's how I write my posts, right? Because of this camp and how efficient I would want all of us to do, that was why I suggested, okay, that we might want to add in AI here and there, right, to make to increase efficiency, so that somebody will not be telling me that, oh, that they were not able to do this, they were not able to do that. I want to really avoid as much as possible all those kind of communications, because I consider them an evil communication, right? Based on the goal and the achievement we want to have. So we said for this next week, so this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to still discuss it in-house, if um just one more time to just go over it. But yeah, this is our strategy. On Wednesday, we're going to spotlight someone so far and just thank somebody who has been pivotal for our growth and our faith. Then Thursday, we're going to announce a new venture. So among those goals that you have set aside, so the part of the first thing you're going to do is to take 5 minutes, meditate on the first 30 days, your last 30 days. Take another 5 minutes, curate 5 ideas that you think would make this year separate and different. So all those 5 ideas, like most of you in the masterclass, I've taught you guys over and over again, is that you're going to break them down into pillars. So essentially, um, what skills? If you are planning to get skills, God, I don't want to share that framework here. Don't worry. Okay, for people in house, we'll just discuss that, right? So that I don't give out too much. Like I said, be comfortable with painful ideas. Be comfortable. In fact, sometimes part of the reason why you have commonized a few things or you have not pivoted is because you're not ready to make exchanges. You always want it where it's free, and that mentality will not even, you see, the same mentality will not allow you charge people when it's time for you to charge, because you know that you are breaking a particular law of the universe. So I'm saying this again, not that I, of course, I said now I can't even see the comment section, so it's only when I'm done with the slides that I'll be able to see that. But every idea that you're having in mind, please go ahead and drop it. And please, let's be accountable for our community as well. When you find out or see people making derogatory messages, now this is me preparing us for the video live that'll be occurring on Sunday. Please attack, correct. Like when somebody makes derogatory messages or communications against people, correct them and take them out of that space. I know a lot of people are going through a lot and they don't know how to communicate their visions, their ideas, or frustrations. They want to take it on somebody. But the problem with taking out such frustrations is that you can come with your own yama yama in code. So if you're from the other side of the world, yama yama just means something bad, like your bad energy. You can come with it and you stifle someone's creative ideas. If you feel you're better than the person, just do your own, right? You don't have to curse out anybody. So I said Friday is essentially, thank God it's Friday, it has this relaxation mode. So on Friday, review and repeat. We're going to just discuss essentially what you have been able to achieve the whole month. All these things we are building in public. Every idea around this bootcamp is building in public. I don't want anybody to think that, oh, they have to have any special ideas. Okay, wait, I'm trying to arrange my camera. When I arrange my camera, of course, I'm not going to lie, right? There were a lot of purchases I had to do because of this transition from LinkedIn audio to LinkedIn live. Part of the things I also wanted to avoid was showing up anyhow. Reason being that I am representing you, okay? I'm representing you. But if it's any other person, if it's you now, please don't judge yourself. Like I said, I can take in that energy, I can suck it in. That's why we're here. That's why we're a community. We can make that expansion joint for you as you prepare also for your big break. So, like I said, part of things that we're going to have in mind is not perfection. No, we're not seeking perfection from you. We just want to seek that you're able to commit. Okay. So Saturdays for recounting our journeys. As you all know, from Sunday is our event. So you can essentially talk about your spirituality, your journey with God, and how God has been in the picture of everything you've decided to achieve this year. Okay. So I think okay, so part of the things again for our link for our YouTube does a lot of virality. In as much as LinkedIn, you cannot just go viral anyhow. YouTube is anybody can get viral for anything at all, any video at all, right? So there are a few tools that I would want you to pay attention to, right? A few tools that I'm going to want you to pay attention to. Of course, for the faceless video, when Dr. Nwala is going to come, she might talk to us in that direction. But there's something as simple as getting an Insta, yes, the one I know is Insta downloader, like any app that downloads video from either Instagram or any place at all. Just have it, because part of the things I've also noticed when it comes to growth is this: when you support people, right, you grow. When you support people, you grow. So let's say somebody who is currently on this group, I think Chidima is a worship leader, right, who is currently on this group. You take snippets of a particular worship session that was led by Nathaniel Bassi, and you consistently support him. Like, you just turn on your notification for him and other artists, right? I know that eventually you want to start singing your own, but then being able to just cut out some of those videos and just put them on your shorts. You can decide not to put them on your long form. You can actually just put them on your shorts and tag them and tag their own videos to be a continuation to it, just to make sure they understand that, okay, you are supporting them and you're writing their names boldly on it. It's not like you're stealing. Of course, for YouTube, a lot of people steal content ideas on LinkedIn, but for YouTube, you can't just steal. You can't just steal. If you do that, you'll be banned. Literally, they used to take out video like water. But then, of course, the faceless AI videos, they don't have a problem with that, because I think their terms and conditions, like I said, please try and read it. I read mine yesterday. I'm still reading to understand a few more things. But then I said, we don't have to be perfect to step out. We will step out regardless. So leveraging trending topics. So anytime, so between now and Monday, any trending topic that relates with your why, that communicates to your vision, not just anything, or not just maybe dance video. Well, it's not bad, like I said, not like any dance video is bad. But if you go and you add dance video, and supposing you go viral on that dance video, and you now garner, let's say, 10,000 subscribers, and they will not watch your long form because your long form is boring, because you cannot dance. And then maybe when you go viral, you now start practicing your dance steps. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but that's why you must, because now we that are building from LinkedIn have paid attention with our personal brand. So that's why we're not going to just do things anyhow like every other person. Okay, so of course, for, oh god, I didn't know that this thing moved. For our boot camp, we're using 21 days implementation with Dr. Vivian Magnus. 21 days implementation with Dr. Vivian Magnus. I'm going to drop this on a group because I want everybody to see us. We are all going to be posting at the same time. All going to be put. I'm begging you. We are, number one, part of things we're not scheduling. We're not scheduling posts. Please just beg. It's a two-way thing. If you want to schedule, you must be scheduled and you are there at our meeting points. Okay, so part of these ideas now, we're going to sit down and discuss in-house when we're going to be meeting. But another thing I'm going to add is that we must pick a time where there is traffic, and we must pick an early time. Even me, I'm willing to stretch on this, because at this point it's not like I've learned a few more things, right, that will make me biased. But because now I am responsible for a community, I have to ensure that everybody grows. Okay, so I'm going to drop the hashtag in the group, and then any other relevant hashtag you might want to use, well, you're free to use it, so long as, I don't know, so long as it's you're, like I said again, where the essence is that so that we can meet ourselves. So all those posts that I dropped, that list of links, so if you're currently here and you're part of the bootcamp, please ensure that we are all connected, everybody on that list. Everybody on that list. I'm going to add up some few more. I'm going to add the batch B much more later today or early in the morning on Saturday. Please, everybody, make sure you're connected to everybody. Turn on your notifications for everybody. There's something I want us to do that has never been done before. Well, I'm never afraid to start new things. And well, I guess that's the idea of the Phoenix Kids Group. Okay, so we've gone to, so pay attention to seasonal events, pay attention to current events, and then we're going to be drawing our ideas from them. So concerning automation and then what do they call it, and scheduling, these are, of course, I know that virtual assistants are here on this call, and these are the tools that they use. But I said, for the sake of our event, I don't want scheduling. If you schedule, you must be at your post. And how I know that you're at your post is that at least you're going to have 10 comments, the one that you drop on that post. Let's say, okay, 5, you can go as high as 10. As soon as you post, you must have at least 5 comments under your post. That's how I know you were there. Then, of course, there are other what do they call it, practices that we're going to be doing in-house that we're going to do for ourselves, right? I don't want it to be like in the public, no, right? So I'll still say it again. When it comes to measuring success, just calm down, right? Part of things we want to build in the first week is relationship, community. Okay, so I have broken down, let's say, like opportunities, how to break it down. Okay, so if you have a how to propose, we propose a post for LinkedIn, YouTube. So if you're on the camp, I'll send this material to you as well, so that you can just pay attention, just in case. Okay, I also wrote some examples on how to adopt to everything, right? So you can see that basically, if you are here and part of the things you're going to do is weight loss, for YouTube, when you are talking, you must find ways to do 5 minutes workout, 3 minutes workout, like just anything, discuss a discussion, like you can just turn on your camera, your lights, and just start discussing about how weight loss, people's weight loss journey, how they were able to. And then, yes, a cheat code. If you're here and you're into weight loss, you might want to listen to or watch my 100 pound life. Yes, is it 100 or my 600 pound life? That TLC documentary. You might just want to watch it. And when, like I said, another niche that is super unsaturated, that people can never get enough of, is the ability to review. Like if you had watched it and said, okay, well, I don't think this person made the right decision, this is that. So part of the things I would also want to tell you is that you can sit down in one day and curate videos for everything. So for me, if you notice, there was one video I did, my birthday video, the day I did my one special makeup for my birthday. One of the things I did that day was, I had come back for my birthday. Yes, my birthday was the whole day, from going out, my husband, going for photo shoots, literally everything you can imagine, plus my kids and everything. Guess what I did? When I came back after the Mary and I was excited and all the gifts and everything that came in, plus Phoenix Gates, I want to thank you all as well. Let me not forget that fact, right? Part of the things I did was I sat down in that exhaustion. I did 4 videos that night. Is it 4? No, I did 5 videos that night, and those were the videos I used for the 3 weeks that I was posting in preparation of Phoenix Gates events. And I think that's what you'd want to do. Always prepare. For me, like today, I have gone to, because of this whole nursing motherhood and a lot of things that were on my plate. My wigs, I had stopped wearing them, and a lot of other funny things. Today, I took them all out for revamping, and then of course I plan to get some new ones. I'm saying this because I don't want you to amplify this thing. It's not hard, right? So part of the things you might want to do is also to plan your content wardrobe, okay, so that people will not always. If you wear black, it might not be so bad. It might even be a brand for you, like Mark Zuckerberg, who is always wearing beige. I mean, is it beige? What's the color? Ash. I think so. He has that particular. You literally will see him every day of the week with that. So it's possible that your channel can have a particular color. But if you're the type who is very colorful, depending on your niche, just plan it one day. Have 5 clothes, just keep them aside. Right, 6 clothes, keep them aside, and just dress up. Go from one video to the other, one video to the other. Thank God for Canva. Thank God for cap cuts, right? Just add them there. Just start something. Like I said again, the goal is not perfection, right? The goal is not perfection. But I'll say it again. If for especially for those who are coming outside the masterclass, you guys are going to be my main headache right now. It's not because there's anything wrong with it, but because I know that I've not been able to. But if you were around at the last life, like I said again, you'll be able to figure out at least how to figure that out when it comes to making a proper presentation. A lot of times when I watch some videos and I'll just say, really? Like it's everything you want to present in a Gen Z format, depending on your brand. You don't have to do that. Okay. So essentially that is all we have for today. So I'm going to be taking down the slide now so I'll be able to see the comments and all that. If you're on this call and then you're ready for your presentation on Sunday, please leave a comment. Let me take this out. Okay, so leave a comment right now so that I can see. Okay, awesome. So just okay, awesome. This is awesome, awesome, awesome. But people have not been leaving comments, and I saw you guys all on live. Okay, awesome. So please, if you're ready for Sunday, please just go ahead and raise your hand so that we can start based on the topic we had already discussed. I don't really have much time. based on the topic we discussed, please go ahead and let me know. Let me copy the link to the stage and drop it right there. And please, like I said again, if you're just joining us, our Sunday event is a video event. So please, you have tomorrow to plan, right? Like the way you present yourself is how you be perceived. And I don't know what is wrong with people. I don't know, but it's man and it's God's word, right? Man looks on the outward, right? But God looks on the inside. We know you are excellent, we know you are good, but people just want to know what you're willing to do. So you're gonna have to stretch if it means preparing a state. Like me, I've been experimenting every part of my house. I've tried here, I'm still going to move to another place just to make sure that Phoenix Gates is literally everything you envision it to be. So we're going to be starting right away. Who are the people present? Comment. Let me know so that we can go right. Okay, don't worry, mommy, you'll be on stage. You just joined this afternoon. I noticed that as soon as I dropped the link, that was when you entered the group. You have to present because your challenge is starting as well. So I'm hoping that you get more people into your challenge list as well. So for those people who don't know me, my beauty is to make sure that people win. So if it means me strategizing, putting anybody anywhere, I'll put so that you're able to understand that essentially what you need is not it's not about having anything extra. It's just being able to solve one person's problem, and it's not hard. It's not hard. So please leave a comment. I want to be seeing you. Oh, let me copy the key and drop. Okay, and then I'll copy the key. Oh, sorry. I'll copy the key right now. And drop, and then anybody can just start. Please, we don't have much time, I beg you. And I'm the one begging people, oh, because I know I prepared everyone inside. Pharmacists probably just noticed that, so I will give you more time to prepare, but at least okay, I said but an event. Okay, but an event at the moment. Okay, I'm not sure. Look, I joined late, but doing really well. Keep it up. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's because of you people I had to go and come up with all this. Thank you so much. Let me even show it. Let me be seeing it and be happy with myself. Okay. So who else? Who else? Who else? Please, I've dropped the key. Come to the backstage. Let me see you. Please, we don't have much time. Okay. I get. Okay, let me check my. Please, guys, where are you guys? So all the people who posted their pictures, you think I'm going to just post flyers to say that people should come and you're not going to be here to exercise? Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, mommy. Let me even add that. Thank you. Okay, Mrs. Who else? Where are these other persons who are on this live currently? Where are you all? Mrs. Chisomike, where are you? If you're on this call, please just um come to the stage because we're going to start our discussions right away. Because the truth is, I don't want what happened last Sunday to repeat itself. It's not that there's anything wrong, but I've just realized that people need help when it comes to articulating their ideas, and then there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. If there was any way I got privileged to even explain how it should work for you, is because I want to ensure that everybody wins, right? So that's essentially why you joined, right? So that we can make presentations quite easy. Okay, so in the absence of that, right? In the absence of that, I'm not hoping that I'm going to come up with another time. I will not come up with another time for this. So what it means, let me leave a message in the group. Okay. Please, who is in the group? Whoever is in the group where everybody is, Dear pharmacist man, please can you help me inform the group? I don't want to be distracted now. Latifa, are you here? Farida, are you still here? Because one of the things I realized that Fridays are actually a better time so that you're able to meditate on your ideas, because the fact that it's going to be your first time and then now we're using videos, right? So I would actually even say that almost everybody who is going to be presenting on Sunday should come with slides. It's actually better to use slides so that you are not under any form of pressure. In fact, the live videos are going to be super easy and excellent for you, right? It's going to be the best thing that will happen to you. Just use slides and we're done. You're not under any form of pressure. Okay, Esther, I can see you here, but you have to, your device, the device you're using doesn't have, you have to have a video, like you're using your phone. I don't think the phone, StreamYard supports phone. Sincerely, I don't think I'm going to have this time to do this again. So it actually means that I will have to work with the people in my circle. And I've tried to avoid this. I want to make sure that everybody in the Phoenix Gates have that opportunity. So Esther, if you're ready, on the I'm adding you up on stage. Okay, awesome. That's so good to see you, Esther. That's awesome. How are you doing today? I can see you. How are you doing today? Can you hear me? Okay, no. It might be your earpiece. You might want to take that out. Let's be sure that it's not muting anything. Yes, just take it out. Just speak now. Let's see. Speak. Let's see. Make an attempt without it. Okay, your something is wrong with your audio. Something is wrong with your. You know what? Just go out and come in again. I'm hoping that we're able to fix this by Sunday, because I will not want any of this. I want our activities to be super seamless. And part of the things I also want to do is, like I said, everybody who's going to be on the live will have their videos on, and we will all be, what's the word? Because the goal is that we want to tell people that we're real, we're there. That's essentially what I would want everybody to have. So if there's any other person who is available, except if people just want us to use your picture to decorate, I'll use your picture to decorate and bring other persons to speak on that day. You will know that I have people who, well, I told myself this new year that I am going to make sure that I work with people who are willing to make sacrifices, and I think that's how life works, right? So of course the goal is excellence, but then excellence is simply how to arrange your ideas, and which is what I will still do. I'll help you arrange your thoughts and help you present effortlessly. So I'm going to give 2 more minutes, and after the 2 more minutes, if I don't see anybody, Esther, I'm giving you more time. Please help me figure out your audio as well. And once you're done, we will be heading out. We'll be heading out. Okay. So in the absence of that, okay, so why did you leave your picture on the group? Because I think you dropped yours. Why don't you want to present Austin? Any particular reason? It's many for Coke to give me money. Okay, guys. So I want to say thank you very much for coming in and spending time with me as well. Like I've expatiated on vision and many things. So for the people who are just joining late right now, part of things you might just want to do is to, what's the word? Thank God it's a video. So okay. I'm so sorry about that. Okay, so Esther, let me hear you. So you can go ahead and speak. I can see you. Are you sure you're not muted? Okay, so while we're figuring out, okay, dear Ma, you're up. Okay, so the only challenge that I have with you now is that you probably, well, you've always spoken now, and then we did do sequence of presentation. So what I want to, part of the framework that we said was we're going to be discussing leveraging LinkedIn, right, in order to attract international opportunities. So it's more like it's going to be a discussion of what you've done, what you've heard, documentation, excellence, but in your niche.
Oh,
Yes, so it's going to be essentially, you're going to, of course, every time you have an opportunity to answer such questions, you're going to talk about your journey through to LinkedIn, what brought you to LinkedIn, who are the people who have been pivotal to your excellence, how are you going to discuss. So if you want to call names, well, fine, you might want to do that, but then your journey so far, and then how the opportunities you've gotten so far, and then where opportunities are. Because one of the things I've noticed, well, thank God we're calling it the implementation bootcamp, is that a lot of people know that there are opportunities, but they don't want to spend the time to get the opportunity. Now, the good thing about our platform is that we should be able to tell people even the things we've not practiced, because they might be the ones who will take it more seriously, because obviously they have time in their hands. And that's why I always want the ideas on our platform to be concentrated. To be more candid, last week I was not so happy about last week. That's why I wanted to make sure that everybody who's going to present literally this Sunday, literally the script. I want to have the script. So I don't know up till now. Esther, drop a message on the comment section. Let me see what is your challenge. Is it that your audio? Why is, can you just reboot or something? Because I'm already hearing on your first voice. So I know that it's not my end. Initially, I thought it was from my end. Now I know that it wasn't. It's not from my end.
so can I ask some? Because I wasn't really prepared for this.
Awesome.
So the presentation, are you saying that it's going to be like about my LinkedIn journey, right?
It's like we said at the beginning of every conversation, right? At the beginning of every conversation is storytelling. It's not that
Yeah,
I'll just say
yeah.
you now come and start saying my LinkedIn journey, my LinkedIn. No, it's that we want to make sure that people concentrated stuff, but then, like we said, just as we prepared, like our in the basket class, how we did our videos, you're able to see something that will catch people's attention, then whether statistics or ideation, but then you go straight to a lot of people, why people are sleeping on LinkedIn, and essentially what you've done so far to get to where you are. Okay, then what are the opportunities for people in your niche? So if somebody currently is into weight loss and not yes into pharmaceuticals as well, or have retired in that direction, or is an empty nester and the person has almost given up, like somebody should be able to listen to you and say, ah, I didn't even know that I have a lot of people in my community. They should be able to reach out to you, come into your DM and say, okay, I would want you to, can you account for me? Of course, yes, I can account for you. Please join my challenge. When you join my challenge, I'll be seeing you every day. That's essentially what is going to make it super easy for me, right? And then that's another person I would sign up. And then, of course, you're going to taper down to your CTAs. Like we said, all CTAs, that's one thing I noticed last week. I was just telling myself, oh, is it everything I'm going to teach somebody? Even CTAs were not time bound. Just left CTAs like bonus. So I'm hoping that all those things will not repeat themselves for this week. And I don't know where they are. So who are these people? Who are the people who are currently watching this live now? Is it that we don't know them? Okay, I'm so sorry, Esther. I don't know what the challenge is. Can't really tell. So make a Can you make an attempt at talking? Let's even just see. Okay, Ma, is there any other question you want to ask?
No, I
Okay.
mean, that's just, I mean, so I'm sort of, I just wanted to have an idea of what it will be at time and all that. So I'm sort of introducing who I am, my, what I've, how, my LinkedIn journey, and my experience as a pharmacist, going into this and that, going into health and wellness, how I'm now using that, instead of just retiring and doing nothing. And because I'm passionate about health and wellness, how my getting serious on LinkedIn, connecting to the has now helped me connect with more people and share, which is my passion to help people with their health. So I don't know if that's about what I'm supposed to, which I'm supposed to be talking about. I'm just sort of thinking as I'm speaking that so that I didn't really, let me just say, I didn't really take. I've been on LinkedIn for years. I mean, I can't even remember maybe how many, but just didn't understand the platform at all. So I wasn't really, um, you know, putting out content there to help people with what I'm passionate about, which is health and wellness, even when I was a pharmacist. So it wasn't until recently, maybe in June, when Mrs. Shuemimo talked about, oh, Haoma. And then she was a trigger point. And then I joined the 21-day trauma challenge, and I never, it like a light bulb in my life. It was a turning point for me that, wow, LinkedIn can be this powerful. I said, and when I make up my mind to do something, I really go for it. So I finished the challenge and I said to myself, I'm not going to ever go back. And after the challenge, I did continue. Then again, because my friend Shola Shuemo, we are like always after each other. So she talked about storytelling. So I jumped onto learning how to do storytelling on Dr. Ishi's thing. That was another level for me. On my LinkedIn journey, I learned about storytelling. Then I also learned. She also dropped about Phoenix Gate. So I joined Phoenix Gate, but the thing is, I joined, but I didn't really think much about Phoenix. I wasn't really into it because I just didn't really understand what's going on. But when like they're saying that when you are ready to learn, your teacher will appear. So when I just got serious, I said, let me do something about Phoenix Gate. So I got serious with Phoenix Gate. So Phoenix Gate has played a key role in my growing on LinkedIn. And I think the final thing I did, before the year ended, to connect with Dr. Amaka. And that has been the way that I've sort of grown and learned so much about LinkedIn. And that's kept giving me that boldness to say, I'm just going to stay put and, be there as someone who's putting out content. And I'm so glad because so far, so good. Me on LinkedIn, I've had people have reached out to me to speak for them, and it's been so fantastic because what I'm speaking about is what I'm passionate about, health and wellness. Last Sunday, I still spoke about fibroids, why it recurs and all that. I spoke for somebody else about, burnout. And, I'm getting so many things going on. It's just been an amazing thing. And I've learned so much about Phoenix Gate has really actually helped me a lot because every Sunday now it's like an addiction. I have to be online to learn because there's so much in there because I'm also eager to learn. So being on LinkedIn has connected with so many people. And when people are engaging in my posts, I see that people really do need help when it comes to their health, growth and all that. And now, I've learned to now, to connect more people and I'm learning more. And the recent thing that we're doing is through Phoenix Gate again is that I'm having a collaboration with another member of Phoenix Gate and we're doing a weight loss challenge. It's starting on Monday. And I'm so glad that people are beginning to join. And this is an open opportunity for me to share that, look, jump on, it's not just about losing weight, it's about learning how to eat right and stay healthy. And whoever takes time to join this will not regret because we're two people. I'm a pharmacist, she's a doctor. So you're not learning from people that are not, we are
That's fire
professionals, and
combo.
that is our unique selling point, that we are coming from a medical point of view. We're not coming with fat diets, we're coming with the real thing. I'm also a certified advanced weight loss consultant, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. We know what we're talking about. So you don't want to miss this and not join us. And we start on Monday, so reach out and jump in now before it's too late.
Awesome, awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up with scripts, everyone, for Sunday, like I
Okay.
said. So, but this is lovely, and it's people would definitely buy into you. But then, of course, there are a few things we want to add and put here and there
Okay.
for the sake
Okay.
of the platform. Yes, for the sake of the
Okay.
platform,
Okay.
and then what we communicate. So I
Okay.
will let you on in on that. So I,
Okay.
I think this ideation you have now, you can just script it out somewhere, like
Okay.
have a presentation kind of. That's what I'm talking about on Sunday. No, even if it's 15 minutes you have, even if it's 12 minutes, I want that the whole, like, a very beautiful presentation of what you think people can get. So now it's not just you trying to. That was the challenge I had with people that were on the platform for Sunday. They just wanted to sell an idea, and the truth is there are ways to people's hearts,
Mm,
right? Everybody should see your footprint,
mm.
your what have you done so far, like, for this niche. What have you, who have you helped? So those are the things that you should be putting forth.
Okay.
Then debunk at least a myth. You can even
Okay.
debunk 5 myths. This is you raising dust. I mean, yes, that Sunday I was just saying, Jesus, because it was not fair that, okay, you gather people and then you're literally pitching at them, and that was
Yeah.
not happening.
Mm,
It's very bad, very, super bad. So the goal is to make sure that people learn, like, where things work. In some platforms, they will even tell you don't even sell anything to anyone, because that's a red flag, right?
mm,
For me, part of the things I want to do is to make sure that, okay, at least in the end, anybody who comes to speak, there's something to go home with. My
mm,
community, anyone. So all these people you mentioned, they've all at some point having to speak on Phoenix Gates. But some people got to meet them through when they showed up, which is not bad. That's the idea, because I know that it can never be only me, right? That's why I spread my tentacle. But for this year, I actually believe by the time I went over to the all the recordings so far, I just realized that it's not like there's anything special anybody's saying. So if there are people who are actually doing these things and in our community, why don't we set them up excellently well and let them represent the community while they communicate their excellence, because they are also making the sacrifice. So it's like you're bringing somebody outside and the person will just come and say 1, 2, 3, 4. Then when somebody there who might be needing the opportunity is there, but because he or she is selling themselves low, then they don't. So, well, that's the whole essence of what we are doing now. So part of the things is I would want us to discuss a certain way. You can just say, well, essentially these are some myths that you'd want to debunk. Then
okay.
opportunities that are found in the weight loss industry. So if you are here, so we're going to play two roles at the same time, right?
Okay.
You're not just taking people through a challenge. You're also going to have a what did they call it? You're also going to have a training program. I used to tell you people, even in the master class. Well, I'm not sure if I did that more for your set. Is that you're supposed to have the academy of things, right? The academy of things. So whatever it is that you want to offer, you should be able to raise replacements, right? Raise replacement. So if you are here and you want to become a weight loss trainer, just reach me in my DM. So you want to become a weight loss trainer. Most of them will not even navigate it. And they can pay money. Please, people should pay. Oh. I've said it all the time that most times when you offer free things, for me, the reason why I even started charging with my life is because the community has run on a lot of freebies, and I've seen it over and over again. People don't honor what they just accept. We just, even our Sunday event very soon. Of course, let me allow this year to simmer down first. We'll start charging for this other event. Anyone that doesn't want to come, they should not come. A lot of people don't know how to appreciate things. Okay, so while we can still offer this freely, we should make sure that the people that will come to us from the platform, we don't let them play with the honor we confer on them by willing to lead them through a phase in their lives. So I think that's what should work perfectly well. So what we're going to do is, like, once your write-up is ready, just drop it in a group. Anything, just drop it in a group. Most times I realize that my DMs are
Mm,
clogged, clustered. But then if it's inside the group that has a purpose, I'll just see
okay.
an alert in a purpose. I know that, oh, I'm responsible for this person. I have to check. But if it's any other person, you need you I most times if you start conversing with one person, they will just start talking about something else. I'm like, God, are you people aware that I don't even have this time? So, but then that's what we're gonna do now. So I think yours is super excellent. There are a few things that will tweak here and there for the
Okay.
purpose of platform, and
Okay.
then for the purpose of offering value as well. In fact, if for the offers, I think part of the things I'm going to be doing now is that I will be the one to amplify people's offers so that it will
Mm.
not be like, oh, they came to
This
sell, they
person
came to
sell.
sell.
Yeah.
Mm. Because that's what happened last week, and oh Jesus, I was just telling myself, why did I enter like this? Because normally that's
I
what we do.
last week there were
We
the
put,
pitches. Some people spoke for so long.
as in, I was just telling myself, God, what
Before
did
we
I
said,
do? What did I do to deserve all this that happened? But it's well, that's at least we keep learning every day. So that's what I want to. That's and I told everybody. I don't know why they are not here. So Esther, I understand what is happening to your phone. I would have to come up with something. Maybe in our next meeting for everybody, we'll have to come up with ways to ensure that we get that figured out for you. But the challenge I'm having now, if you can't use your device today, is there a
mm,
possibility that you can use it on Sunday? Because for me, everybody from 5 p.m. we're all up with our,
let me even
what did
see.
you call it? With
As
our
I'm using my
cameras on. Mindset?
as I'm using my iPad.
Okay, okay. So, but then you might want to work on the positioning of your camera so that it's not
Okay.
zooming in from up, even if it means you like having a proper. Yes, I love your background is excellent, but then you need the camera to go up a bit, at least at eye level, so that it doesn't take you from down up. It takes you at a,
Is this
and
any
then
better?
I think you
I'll be
whatever
using
it
it
is you need.
anyway.
If you don't have a stand, do you, but your laptop, is there any reason why you're not using your laptop? Even though this your iPad, the camera is super clear.
Yeah, I can use my. Well, I have to. My my Mac, my Apple laptop doesn't seem to be doing well with LinkedIn, but I use my other Android, other laptop, which is good for LinkedIn. So I might use that one if I don't use. But I'm just so used to my Apple products that I just grab them.
Okay,
But
because
I
the
can use
camera
my
is
other
super
laptop to do
excellent.
it.
The camera is excellent. So what you want to do is to give it like then give some room a
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, okay.
Just give
I'll be
yes
sitting at it, but I won't be sitting where I am. So I'll give myself room.
or
Yeah.
some room so that and then a background that's kind of it's video, so it should be able to distract. Oh, lovely place, kind of. That's essentially what I was thinking of when I was setting up
Okay.
the site I'm using now because I've tried all the corners of my house and then I think this one works
Mm.
as well. Yes. So that's essentially it. Is there any other thing? No, nothing more. So since you're all set already for Sunday, we'll just discuss.
Okay,
We'll just come up
my
with a
script.
script. Yes. So
Okay,
by
okay,
tomorrow you can drop it. And
okay,
then, like I said, I invited all of you as well for the next class. The
yeah,
what do they
tomorrow.
call it? Yes, the master class.
Yeah,
So that
yeah,
once
yeah.
we do it, maybe some of us that will stay back, we can just even reverse some of those ideas. I can
Okay.
listen to your ideas again, but then I trust that you would want to write. But I think there are just some people who I don't know if you tell them to correct something, they will just go and sleep on it. So for some reason, I don't know why. Why? Because that happened on Sunday. All the people I corrected, I think that's why I started. I even literally was zooming out at some point in life. We did we made people talk. I corrected them, and they still went and read the
I
same
know,
script.
I know.
So I was just telling myself, "Am I? Is there anything wrong?" I said, "It's well." Oh."
I think maybe people are just learning how to about presentation. I mean, because I attended Miss Emimo's public speaking training recently, so and there's a lot of things she brought up. So people need to actually learn about that because there's so much etiquette which people don't understand when it comes to public speaking like this. So I guess people are new with it and they've not really gotten the skills yet. They're growing in it.
Okay, awesome. Okay,
So I'm done. I can leave.
so yes, ma, you're good to go. Esther, could you try
Thank you.
communicating? Let me see. Did you change your device? Up to now, your audio is bad. Oh my goodness. I'm wondering what this is. What device are you using? Just answer in the comment section. So that... Yes, Chisom, if you are here, please come up. Mommy, show me if you are here, you can come up. Okay, Esther, so but I don't know what we're gonna do now. Oh, you're using a laptop. Oh, that's strange. When you were entering, did you see your mic? Did you see your mic? Let me, because you have to turn on, you have to turn on both before you enter. Okay, you know what? For the purpose of this class, right? I don't know if there's no other person who is presenting on Sunday who is here to claim their spot. So what I'm gonna do is, Esther, we're gonna have to try another mock because you are around. I'm sure I told everybody to be around. If they are not, there's literally nothing we can do about their absence, right? So um, that would mean I'll have to get other people on board. That's what I have to do. Okay, so Esther, we're gonna have to have another attempt and see how that goes. But then if we're not able to, if there's a technical problem, what you might want to do is to attempt getting somebody else, as in trying your device with somebody else and seeing if at all maybe it's a connection across from me to you that is the challenge. So that we can see how we can fix that up. Okay, Esther. Well, good to see you. Thank you so much for coming on board as well. You're welcome. Okay, so in the absence of every other thing, please, if we have any form of conversations and any other thing, like I said, officially, the Phoenix Gates community, that's other in group is going to be emotional about it, right? We're going to be locking that group right now, and then we want to focus on the people in the implementation group. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming on board. I celebrate you. Thank you for being a part of my journey, and this is me pledging to be a part of yours, like until you win, right? Until you win. And I'll say it again for everybody who has heard me over and over again: winning is not hard. Forget about every propaganda that is being preached everywhere. It's not hard to win. I'll say it again: it's not hard to win. It can never be hard to win, especially when you're in the Phoenix Gate circle, right? Thank you so much for coming on board. Do have an amazing day, everyone. Goodbye. So I'm going to be ending the live stream in 4, 3, 2, 1.